Have you ever tried to remember your childhood and felt like parts of it are just missing? Not because nothing happened, but because somewhere along the way you stopped being a child and started being responsible. Maybe it was quiet. No big dramatic moment, just small shifts repeated over time. You became the one who understood too much, the one who stayed calm, the one who handled things. And without realizing it, you grew up too fast. Psychology has a name for this: parentification. It's when a child takes on emotional or practical roles that were never meant for them. But that word doesn't capture the feeling, does it? It doesn't capture what it's like to be 8 years old and already thinking like an adult. Because when you grow up this way, your brain learns one rule very early. If I don't hold things together, everything falls apart. And once that belief forms, it doesn't just disappear. It becomes your operating system. That's why people who grew up too fast often seem impressive. You're responsible, independent, emotionally aware. You can read a room instantly. You can sense tension before anyone speaks. You know exactly what people need, even when they don't say it. But here's the truth most people don't see. That's not natural maturity. That's survival. Because when you were a child, calm didn't feel safe. Calm felt temporary, like the quiet before something goes wrong. So your nervous system adapted. It stayed alert, always scanning, always preparing. And now, even in safe situations, your body doesn't fully relax. You overthink. You over-explain. You feel responsible for things that were never yours to carry. Not because you want to, but because your brain learned that this is how you stay safe. And this is also why rest feels uncomfortable. Doing nothing feels wrong. You might sit down to relax and suddenly feel guilty, like you should be doing something, fixing something, helping someone. Because growing up, your worth became tied to your usefulness. You weren't valued for being, you were valued for holding things together. So now, even as an adult, there's this quiet pressure. Be helpful, be needed, be enough. And this shows up most clearly in relationships. You give a lot. You listen, you support, you show up. But receiving? That's harder. Because depending on someone feels risky. Letting your guard down feels unsafe. So you stay in control. You become the strong one, the reliable one, even when you're exhausted. And that exhaustion is different. It's not just physical, it's deeper. It's the fatigue of always being on, of always managing emotions, yours and everyone else's. It's the weight of being the stable one for years, sometimes your whole life. But here's something important. Growing up too fast didn't just take something from you, it also shaped you. It gave you awareness, empathy, emotional depth that most people never develop. You can understand people on a level others can't. You can feel things deeply, and that's not weakness, that's strength. But strength without rest becomes burnout, and survival is not the same as living. At some point, something shifts. You start realizing maybe this version of you was built to survive the past, not to live in the present. And that's where healing begins, not by becoming someone new, but by slowly unlearning what you had to become. Learning that you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to be strong all the time. That it's okay to need, okay to pause, okay to not have it together. Because the child in you, the one who had to grow up too fast, is still there. Not broken, not gone, just waiting. Waiting for a moment where they don't have to hold everything together. Waiting for you to finally say, you can rest now. And maybe that's what real growth looks like. Not becoming stronger, but becoming safe enough to finally be soft. If you found this video useful, subscribe for more psychology-related concepts which will help you understand human behavior better.